The following video is brought to you by the Space Coast Association of Realtors.
Okay, so we've run our search. We got 8 matches. We clicked on printer friendly, and we have our list of properties. With the one-liner printout, you also get sortable arrows here, where you can change it to sort from, the initial sort is by MLS number. You can change it to sort by area, by list price. Hit the little arrow and then sort it by highest to lowest price or lowest to highest price. You can sort it by year built, etc. In addition to the one-liner, if you go over here to this drop-down, you'll see that there are various full displays with gallery. You see the word gallery, it means it's all of the pictures that the agent entered with the listing. There's a full plus the tax history. There's customer displays. These are the ones that you should be mailing to your clients, not the full displays, which are just between agent to agent, because it has confidential information in there like commissions and things like that. There's a couple multi-row display types, flyer displays, some various CMA single-page printouts, and some options for downloading the data into a spreadsheet. You can see over here that the items in blue are links. So if I click on the link here that says status, ST, it says it's active. And now it'll give me its history. It was entered in 11/17/11, and it's had one price change since it's been in the MLS. Let's see if we can't hit the back button and try to find another one that we can look at. So we'll click at it, this ML number, and you go up here to the listing history, and you can see that this listing went in October of 2010. These listing codes here are in the standard forms that I showed you on the front of Innovia. Some of them are fairly explanatory, like N for new. N for miscellaneous means they made a miter change, like went in and changed something in the remarks section. K for contingent, B for back on the market. $ is price change. So you can see with this listing, it's been off the market, extended, back on the market, had a commission change at one time, which is $. So anytime that the listing is touched, whether it's a price change is done or an expiration date or it expires on its own, then it'll show up in the history there. When you click on the ML number, it brings up the full display. And since we're on the full display, you want to take a look at the icons that appear at the top of the full display. There's a map link. So if you click on the little world with a pin in it, that'll take you to the map display, and you can change the map display and have it show the aerial view or the bird's eye view. Click on that. And you can just scroll your mouse to zoom in and zoom out. Pan the map by just dragging your mouse across the map. And just hit the back button if you're done looking at the map. There's a link here to the agent display, a link to the office, and then the listing history display, which we talked about already. Right now, this listing says 0 things are under the paperclip, but that's where a lot of the agents will upload their seller's disclosure, or they can upload a lot of different things. They can upload a plat map, a survey, any additional information they'd like to have available to the rest of the membership, so they can even make offers or how to make an offer on this particular property. We have the little apple, which takes you to the Brevard Public Schools. So you click on that. And once you're in the Brevard Public Schools website, you can type in an address and find out all of the homes or all of the schools that your kiddies would go to. So you go up here to where do I go to school, and you type in an address. Hibiscus. And if you want all schools, and you click go, and that way you'll get up-to-date information on the school board. And here's where the schools are for 601 Hibiscus Trail. Okay, the link next to it is the neighboring properties link. And this is just an easy way for you to get some comparable data on the properties that are near this particular property. So you click on the little binoculars. And it'll come up with a little box, and in the box you can type in how many comparables you want within a certain radius, and you can also add within a certain price range or within a certain square footage. The E is your e-showings, which is a third-party program that the agents can access when they put a listing in, to use e-showings to help them show their properties. And they can actually get feedback when they're shown. And so they would go in and request the showing information from the e-showings box. The link here looks like a little Capitol building, is the IMAP tax link. So you click on that, and that'll take you into the IMAP record that we talked about earlier. And this is the information as it appears in IMAP for that particular property. And IMAP has some other functionality, like you can go from parcel to parcel to look up surrounding properties. So you can see the information that's in IMAP. Right here would be, if this property had a virtual tour, the letters VT would be here, and you could click on that, and it would show the virtual tour that the agent might have made. If you see an error on a listing, here's our little gavel, the police email. You can click on the gavel if you see that the number of bedrooms is marked wrong, or they've got pool marked and they shouldn't have pool marked. And if you're real nice and polite, you can send them an anonymous email that says, this listing is an error, please correct. It comes to the MLS director, comes to my office also, and if it is an error, then I will contact the agent and let them know that they need to make a correction. If the agent, when they put the listing in, opted to use the additional remarks section, or what they call the addendum, they could click on the little thing that looks like a book. This one doesn't have it, but it would have all the additional stuff here. Here's the photos. If I click on the photos, it'll give me all 12 photos for the property that this agent put in. And if they've put in the lockbox code when they entered the listing, the Innovia system and Super will talk every night, and it'll keep a running history of anybody that's entered the property through the Super lockbox system. Okay, there's actually 3 links within the MLS to the public record data. There's the link up here, which is the IMAP link, which I showed you a little while ago. And I've mentioned that Innovia has their own tax roll program. They get the Brevard County tax records, and then they update it on about a monthly basis with the deed records. So if you click on the numeric link, that'll take you to Innovia's version of the tax records. And you can see the current owner is, some of the basic property appraisers data, the history, the sales history of the property, whether it went through MLS or not, and then the history of the property in MLS. So you can see this property's been listed and expired and sold by a number of different agents. And if you want the exact data from the property appraiser, you go here to this little icon here, and that'll link you directly to the tax record for the property appraiser's office for Brevard County. And then that record has various links in it to their mapping program, a link to the tax collector's website to find out if the taxes are paid up or not, and then an actual view of the plat map. So those are all links that you have from the MLS.